Greetings, Earthlings, wisdom keepers, wisdom seekers! Welcome back to Wisdom Dropz, your source for daily drops of wisdom and savvy cat astrology. My name is Tanya, and today we're talking about you beautiful Sagittarius people. Do you like my dress? I dressed for y'all today. Isn't it very flowy and fun and free? It's all Saggy vibes because that's just how I felt today. You're kind of like my favorite sign. I'm not supposed to say that because I'm an astrologer and I'm not supposed to be biased, but also, I'm not surprised that you all came in tied as the second most common sign of the Wisdom Dropz community, along with Geminis and Aries. Interestingly enough, Scorpios came in first. Surprise, surprise, not. Moving forward though, this video is all about your summer experience, so like the end of June into literally 2021. So this is the rest of 2020 for you in this video, what you can expect as a Sagittarius. We are talking, Sag, about 3 primary placements or actions in the heavens that are happening in relevance to your specific sign with the houses that are being activated. But before I get into that, if you vibe, subscribe, because we are building tribe, you feel? So Sagittarius, please do join us in building this platform, this community of conscious co-creators, students of astrology. That's really what I'm here for, and I love your energy, so more of you the better. So moving right along though, the 3 main things and the houses that they fall in for you and what you can expect, okay? Through the end of 2020. Mars is entering your 5th house in Aries. I am freaking elated about this for you. Number 1, Mars is in its own sign, Aries. Mars rules Aries, so it's strong in Aries. What does Mars symbolize and what's the significance of the 5th house? Why am I excited for you? Mars is energy, vitality, okay? It's one of the engines of the zodiac along with the sun, and it's also passion and joie de vivre and like your love of life and like basically your whole wanting to be there to do anything is Mars. Your ability to do anything, Sag, is Mars. So that's going to be in your 5th house though, and it's a healthy Mars because it's in its own sign, and 5th house is joy, 5th house is happiness and pleasure and just all the things in life that make life worth living. That's all 5th house jazz. So you're going to be experiencing more romance. That's also the 5th house. Passion. If you're a Sagittarius and you have a partner right now, or you're looking for a partner, expect great results. Let me just say, expect passion and expect a great sex life if that's what you're into and you like to experience that. You can get that in this larger 6-month time frame. It will manifest for you very likely because you know that Mars is there and it's the planet of passion and action in the 5th house of romance and pleasure. Now if you are like not into that vibe and you're just like, I'm a more serious Sag, or I'm just not focused on that right now, it can be fun in like different things that you're doing in everyday life, but also your passion projects, Sagittarius, are going to be lit up like a freaking Christmas tree for the next 6 months because Mars is activating your creative projects. That's the 5th house. Your small businesses, that's the 5th house. Things you create. Also children. If you're a Sagittarius and you're trying to get pregnant, you and your partner or whatever, you can be getting pregnant in the next 6 months without a shadow of a doubt because Mars is bringing all that activity there to the 5th house, and it can birth new beginnings of 5th house things such as children. Also, if you have children and you're a Sagittarius watching this, expect your kids to be some busy freaking beavers, okay, for the next like 6 months because their energy is just going to be like off the charts. So cool, we love that. Now moving on to Mercury retrograde in your 8th, that's Cancer for you all. Mercury retrograde is going to be in effect, let's just say through July. It really ends mid-July. But we all know who are students of astrology that planetary energies take a while to marinate and settle in sometimes. So what does that really mean for you? Well, it's interesting because the eclipses that we're having right now, we're in between 2 eclipses, and I will go back to that Mercury retrograde, but the eclipses are also happening in your 8th house and your 2nd house, and they've been happening there, Sag, for the last 1.5 years, since January 2019, okay? So you have had the themes come up that needed to come up for the last 1.5 years, but this final series of eclipses that we're in, and that the last one that just happened was on like the 20th or the 21st of June 2020, and we're gonna have one again on July 4th or 5th of 2020. So those are gonna really culminate and crystallize, okay, for you what you've needed to learn or what needed to happen for you that is fated along the themes of finance and other people's finance. Not only finance, but worth, okay? Your own value, your own possessions, things that you have, the whole notion of what you have, what you own, okay, that's all second house. And eighth house is other people's resources, other people's energy, and other people's money, okay, that's coming in to serve you, okay? So you as a Sagittarius, I'm really excited because that Mercury retrograde is in the eighth house. You might be coming up or have people come to you with really good business offers right now. You might find new ways to partner with people right now and combine resources to achieve something that you want and that will bring you pleasure. Fifth house, Mars in the fifth house, okay? You see how those themes align there for you guys? Also, if you have not had a big significant fated event as a Sagittarius around finance and your worth and other people's worth, and just this whole notion of what you own and what they own, and the coming together and the merging of those things, or the rebalancing of those things, Sagittariuses. If you haven't had a big fated, like, oh my god, this happened, kind of like, let me tell you on the phone with a friend's story over the last year and a half around those themes, you will, because eclipses bring fated events, and you are very much so a co-creator of your reality. So you as a Sagittarius, I'm not too worried about you sitting here talking with you about like, am I freaking out a Sagittarius listening to this right now? Because you like change, generally speaking. You're a mutable sign, you're a fire sign, you're passionate, you're in tune with the source energy of the planet, you channel in divine energy just every day, all day, because you're a beautiful Sagittarius like that, you know what I'm saying? But with that said, expect there to be some type of changes, and if you haven't been responsible around your finances in your Sagittarius, your chickens can come home to roost during this time, just to say. The second house, you know, they're activated around July 4th or July 5th. So work with your karma, work with your energy if you haven't already. You kind of get a last chance here because retrogrades can be associated. I heard a really good astrologer mention this lately. He thinks retrogrades are actually like last chance or second chance energies. So you have the ability to kind of go in and heal some of your karma or some of your relationships around other people's resources. Also, Sagittariuses, this could be deep psychological healing you've been doing, emotional healing, deep trauma work. That's all eighth house. So if you've been having that experience for the last year and a half, it's no surprise, and it has been destined for you to deal with that stuff, okay? So there's that for your consideration, Sagittarius people. Do consider that retrogrades are all about reversals, redoing, going back, revising. Anything that has that re prefix is going to be associated with the Mercury retrograde. So thinking up different plans, thinking up different communications patterns that you can take with other people around these eighth house themes of healing and trauma work, and also how to combine resources to come out ahead of the game, because that Mars is entering your fifth house, so it's like a gem with you for 6 months, okay? That's a rarity because of its retrogradation cycle. It's going to be with you for 6 months in the fifth house through the start of 2021. So if you want a reading with me, I am available. I'm booking them right now. It's wisdomdropsallz's@gmail.com. If the video brought you value, hit the like button, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. And with that said, my friend, until next time and through next time, may the stars be with you. Peace.